All right, Shalom. Shalom, Shalom. Okay. I think I'm figuring out this computer, man. I've been going through it with these computers and all that. My old one don't work, man. It's a long ass story, right? So I got this new stuff here and trying to figure it out, bro. And okay, so I'm gonna make this little test video right here, man, because I've been working on my masterpiece, right? Now I've been working on a little series, I guess you might want to call it a little longer. Um, a little longer. I've been working on where I guess we're gonna call it where white people come from. I don't know what we're gonna call it, but I decided to try to instead of looking into. Well, anyway, I decided to look into where my people come from. Okay, I wanted to know a little bit more about my people, and I've been digging into it. It's deep. I've been finding out a lot. But I've been wondering about Egypt for a while, man. So I wanted to make this little kind of practice video, I guess we'll call it. And we're going to go to Genesis 10. And so today I was looking at it and I said, why does it say, just like, all of the peoples that are mentioned in Genesis 10 are mentioned as a singular person? Only I don't know about. I also been really picking with a fine tooth over Genesis 10 and over Second Chronicles 1, and I want to make a. I've been doing a study about that, and I probably will make a video about it because I found some interesting things, some interesting, strange discrepancies. Like why? Like maybe someone could just tell me why a lot of the forefathers of the Hebrews of the sons of Shem have names that are a foreign divination. Um, a lot of times when you But anyhow, so like I was saying, that's another video, right? But like I was saying, most of them are mentioned, most of the forefathers are mentioned as a single person, right? Canaan is a single person, Cush is a single person. You get peoples mentioned as peoples instead of a single person when you go down to the sons of Canaan, of course. Um, as you can see here. Kush, da, 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 da. Well, Mitzrayim too. And Mitzrayim is a plural, it's a plural because you look there, it says dual of 4693. And we know also, I'm starting to recognize in Hebrew, right, that when it's I im at the end, it's talking about multiple, right? And Mizrahim's sons are talked about Ludim, Anamim, Lahabim. Um, so, yeah. Mizraim's sons are talked about as Im, and then when you go to Canaan, they're just called the Aravites and the Didites and the Sinites, and they don't even use the Hebrew word anymore. I don't understand that either. But okay, so like I said, I have been digging into these chapters too, and it's what to look at the peoples of the Bible. It's so important, so important. They want to say that the peoples of the Bible are gone. How could that possibly be? How could that be? That's an impossibility. Okay, so we have Mitzrayim, right? 47:14. The sons of Ham, Cush, Mitzrayim, Phut, and Canaan, right? And so when you go to Mitzrayim, I think they're trying to hide Egypt. They're I don't think we all know that they're trying to hide Egypt. But it's becoming more and more obvious because It's just I've been looking at for a while. I've been looking at Egypt for a while. In my last video, I talked about the horseman and the chariot and how often that's brought up in connection. Anyway, it's a whole thing, man. But trying to knock out just this one little video, right? Praise the Most High. My understanding is getting deeper. Glory to Him, because I can understand a lot more. And so I've been going through Ezekiel again and finding the people of the Bible there and getting even more deeper, and getting into Jeremiah too, which is going to be part of this. Okay, so we have the dual of 4693, which is Matsor. Okay, so Matsor is the original forefather, is he not? It even says there Egypt. Okay, so anyhow, it says dual of 46 Mitzrayim, that is upper and lower Egypt. Egypt, Egyptians, Mizraim. Okay, so if that's true, I think they hid a lot of stuff in the translation. If that's true, then how could there be another word that also says Egypt? Because 4693 Matsor, damn it. 4693 Matsor says that it's the same as Mizraim, right? 4692, which that's not even Mitzrayim. That's another Matsor. But anyhow, in the sense of a limit or the border, right? Egypt, of course, we see there, right? So that's another Matsor, also is Egypt, according to this. But that couldn't be. How could it be two? Right? I'm not sure about that, but that's not the point I'm trying to make in the first place. I mean, Sheba, they use the same. When you go to Genesis 10 and look at Sheba, it's the same in that might be, anyway, it's the same. It's literally the same H number word, literally the same Hebrew word for Sheba of, and I got my Bible here, of course, for Sheba of a son of Cush, and also Sheba, a son of Joktan. So, and it's the same number. I'll show you that somewhere else. But here we have Matsor, Egypt, right? And look down to the bottom, it says total KGV occurrence is 5, right? And so we'll go there in a second, but what I want you to see is this. Okay, we're going to go off of here for a second, and we're going to go, like I said, I was reading Jeremiah, and I saw the land of Pathros. And I said, what is the land of Pathros? Because, no, I didn't say what is the land of Pathros, but what I did say was that what I always say, whenever lately I've been coming to name of a land or people or anything, like I already alluded to, I go and look it up. I go and look it up in the Bible. I go and look it up in Esort. I go and look up the Hebrew word. I go and look up it in my encyclopedia, right? Okay, so we see 29 and 14, okay? In my encyclopedia, I'm going to show you in just a second, too. Okay, Ezekiel 29 and 14, land of Pathros. Okay, we're going to go back there. Ezekiel 29 and 14. Okay. And, okay, 29 and 14. Having a little trouble with this eSword on here. I got it on the new computer and it's not really acting right. Anyhow, I will bring again the captivity of Egypt, of course, Mitzrayim. Okay. And will cause them return into the land of Pathros, into the land of their habitation, and they shall be there a base kingdom. So that's interesting because, first of all, I didn't even realize it the first time I read this, but it said, I will bring again the captivity of Egypt and will cause them to return into the land of Pathros. So that means that they're not in the land of Pathros, okay? Into the land of their habitation, which means the land of Pathros is the land of their habitation, okay? So Egypt is somewhere else. First of all, I didn't see this before, but the land of Pathros, let's look at that, okay? It says a part of Egypt, okay? And at this part right here, see this? I can't get it to work. On my tablet, I'm going to show you because it's interesting to see all the other places where that word is used, right? The precepts, right? Um, but we see a part of Egypt, right? Pathros, a part of Egypt. And what we're gonna see, um, I don't know if it shows it here. Again, with this stupid computer, I've been switching back and forth. They got this dumb shit, Bing or whatever the hands of Pathros. Okay. Upper Egypt. Okay. See how that Bing wasn't saying that shit? Want to act like the land of Pathros don't mean nothing, right? Okay. Upper Egypt. Okay. We go back to the Bible. We go back to Genesis 10. Okay. And of course, see, that's my question. So we got the sons of Ham, right? Jesus. Okay. Dirty Jesus. Dirty motherfucker Jesus. I want to say, you know what I mean? Get it right. Okay, so these are the sons of Ham, right? After the countries and the nation, not in their lands, right? I'm at the wrong place. Let me go up a little bit. Okay. See, Jebusai, those are the sons of Canaan, right? But when we get to Mizraim, right? And it already said that it's the dual, the upper and the lower, right? And the upper is Pathros, right? So the upper Pathros, there it is. A Pathrosite, inhabitant of Pathros. So this is Egypt, the Pathrusium, right? Pathrusium is Egypt. And who's lower Egypt, right? It's here too. Kashulim is the, if you look into it, okay, this is not the point of the video. But I just wonder why do they use the word Mizraim, call this Egypt, when they're not talking about all of Egypt, okay? But what you're going to see is when we look at the dual, okay, the 4693-matsor, okay, this is Mitzrayim, right? I can't get it on this computer like I told you, so I'm going to show you my work tablet. And I've been trying to figure out how to do it, but I just can't. But if you keep on studying the way, right, the Most High is going to make a way. Because it is all here, right? It's been hidden, it's been confused and everything, but if you study it, you'll find it, right? So, okay, we got Mizraim there. We got Dua 4693, which is Patsor. I know how I can find it. I can go to, okay, because this is what I'm going to show you. So, Matsor, right? We're going to go to Micah 7. Because if you see, when I click on the, I don't know if you can see that. But when I click on the the total occurrences, total KJV occurrences 5, like it's there. When I click on that, it gives me all the places where Matsor is used, and Matsor is used in Micah 7. Okay, Micah 7, Micah 7, and 12. Okay. I hope this isn't all as small as it seems to me. I hope you guys can see it. I'm going to try to make it bigger. Okay, Micah 7. Okay. And it's used in verse 12. But I think verse... Okay. So first of all, this is going to be a precept to, it's not in this Bible, it's in the Catholic Bible, but I always did appreciate the Book of Wisdom. Wisdom 5. Wisdom 5 is going to match up to this precept. And it says here, I will bear the indignation of the issue because I have sinned against him until he plead my cause and execute judgment for me. He will bring me forth to the light, and I shall behold his righteousness. Of course, this is talking about Israel. Then she, this is my enemy, okay, shall see it, and shame shall cover her, which said unto me, where is the issue the Aloha? Mine eyes shall behold her now. Now shall she be trodden down as the mire of the streets. In that day, in the day that thy walls are to be built, in that day that shall the decree be far removed. Okay, now here it is. When you go to Micah 7, okay, when you go to Micah 7, in that day also he shall come even to thee from Assyria and from the fortified cities. But this is Matsor, okay? If you see here, first of all, it says the same as 4692, which is also Matsor in the sense of a limit, Egypt. Matsor is Egypt, okay? But they want to use it as a besieged places defense fortified. If you see here, it's saying fortified cities and the fortress. It's not saying Egypt, okay? It says right here, okay? Egypt first. Matsor is Egypt, okay? As in the whole, I would imagine, the land of Egypt, okay? And also the actual forefather. The actual forefather would be Matsor. Okay, Mitzrayim is a plural. Mitzrayim is the children of Matsor. No? Okay, but my point here, okay, and if you look at the total KJV occurrences, it's all used as the fortified city. The 5 occurrences are all the fortified city. There's no case in which they use it as Egypt, okay? But here's what the point that I want to make, okay? Even from Assyria. So when they use that designator, even in the Bible, it's showing you that it means even from the greatest reaches, even from Assyria, okay? Even from Assyria, way over there, even from Assyria. I believe, I could be incorrect about this, but the way that they use even, okay? So he said, and he shall come even to thee from Assyria, right? And from the fortified cities and from the fortress, even to the river, okay? Okay, keep that in mind. I'm seeing something there, right? Even to the river. And from sea to sea. So this means the extremities of the earth, as in the east to the west, the 4 corners, from mountain to mountain, all the earth. So why is it saying Assyria and from Egypt, okay, Matsor, when they're supposedly right next to each other? Obviously, this is telling us, the Most High is telling us, that Assyria and Egypt are on 2 extremities of ends of the earth, okay? And, that's it. This is what I found today. Okay? Egypt is very interesting because, there's a lot of prophecies about Egypt, first of all. There's a lot of prophecies about Egypt, and so we see, notwithstanding the land shall be desolate because of them that dwell therein, for the fruit of their doings. Okay? See, there's Mitzrayim again. It's Upper and Lower Egypt. Okay? How could it be? Let me show you. Let me show you. How could the same word be the same, right? As if there's not. I don't know. To me, that seems interesting. Maybe I made my case, maybe I didn't. Okay? But I'm just trying to get back into it here. So, it's been a minute, man. I wanted to do something, man. And I wanted to refocus my attention from my studies. And I have refocused my attention from my studies in the Bible. I felt it was lacking there. While I was studying before, I kind of laid off on my studies of the Bible. And of course, it needs to be tied into the Bible every time. And, this Bible teaches me. This Bible teaches me. And I'm always learning because I'm willing to accept the possibility that I'm not right. Okay? A lot of the time, I'm not right. I may not be right about this. But, I think it's something. I think it might be something. So, I want to learn from this book, and I want to learn. It said right there that the Egyptians were not in their stronghold; they were in another land. Isn't that what it just said? Okay, so I'm gonna end it there. Shalom, peace, and shout out to the people that talked to me about my focus of making videos. I still want my focus to be of my own people, and I'm going to keep the focus there because I don't want to teach Israel about their book. I don't want to teach Israel about their people. I want Israel to stand up and do their thing. And I respect Israel because the Most High respects Israel. So I'm going to focus on my people. But what it really is when you start to see the people. First of all, we're all so mixed up in the families of the earth. There's so many families of the earth, so many peoples. So many peoples have come from so many places. But when you go to Genesis 10 and Second Chronicles 1, of course, what you see is that, first of all, Noah was all of our progenitor, Shem, Ham, and Japheth. Okay. And second of all, we're all talked about in the same place, on the same page, in the same chapter. So that there is no separating us and saying that, I'm going to stick to my people and da 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 da. And I don't know if that would be that interesting of a topic for everybody, anyhow. But I'm finding it interesting. I want to know where my people come from, and it's interesting to me. So I'll go ahead and share what I find and stuff like that along the way. So shalom. Yeah, shalom.